Corn, that's already non-cypher. Vegetable oil, maltodextrin, salt, cheddar cheese, whey, monosodium glutamate, butter, milk, Romano cheese, hot skin cow's milk, cheese, kosher, salt, enzymes, whey, protein. Yo, man, the list goes natural and artificial flavors, so it had no flavor from the jump. It tasted like nothing. So what we had to do was we had to enhance the taste, which is to add on. To add on is to enhance the taste. So you add on to it because somehow the state that it was in, I guess, just wasn't right from the jump. So it's not right. So by it's not being right, let us just keep adding on to it. So you keep adding on and adding on and adding on, and then you get what you consider to be additives, which is drug food. For example, with the red 40, they added that to it. That's the food coloring. You can find that in everything. Everything. Red 40 is so, red 40 is only accepted in America by the European people. I'm saying the European countries, it was banned everywhere else. So it lets you know there was something wrong with it. And they tell you right off the rip, please don't give this to your children. I just had to put emphasis on the please, but it was wonderful, right? Please, please don't give this to your children because it causes hyperactive tension. And the study shows that when they took the kids off the red 40, they was a lot more calmer. I guess they was taking higher classes now because if they diagnose your kids with ADD, they're gonna throw them in one of them retarded classes. One of them classes where you go from being a 5th grader with 5th grade work to doing 3rd grade work. And then you supposed to be doing, let's say, the 5th grade, which now you're not taking division and stuff anyway, you're doing that like 3rd grade. I know some kids. But if you're taking a higher class in 5th grade, what you would end up doing now is you would be in the 3rd grade in one of them classes, and you wouldn't be studying what you should actually be studying. So right then at that level, that's a hindrance for us as people because especially if you got that Western mindset where you think that we need school, you think that school makes you smarter, makes you brighter, and all of those things like that. You don't want them to be doing your children like that because they're creating androids, they're creating dummies. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up. Yeah, I had some Cheetos, man. You want to eat something? No. I know you're a vegan, bro. You don't need to be all right. So, okay, pass this around. But this guy, what I had wanted to show you on this though was what they call disodium encinate and disodium guanylate. See, but the root word of that is actually guan. So what I did, because I had heard people say that guan is actually bat doodle. You know what I mean? I would like to say, I would like to say the cuss word for real. But guan is actually bat doodle. It's bat feet. Ooh, oh wow. It's actually bat feces. So, yeah, it is. I got it in the book. You wanna see it? Yeah, it's actually bat feces, and you can look it up. And it's people like really going through the controversy of it. Like, yo, yeah, it really is. The combination don't even match. That's why I try to tell you, like, if you just look at the lecture for real, like, this pure enlightenment is not even really needed for real on a higher level, because if we all ran across the Albert Einstein talking about who light bulb, like I say, I gotta keep repeating that we would just read the ingredients and already know that it's not right. It's not right. Like I just said, if you can let the stuff sit out, man, for a whole month, man, how is that right, though, yo? Only thing it do is it gets stale. It don't rot. It don't go nowhere. It still look back at you. You look at the stuff, it is sat there for months, and you just do like this, and it's peeking back at you, like. How is that possible, though? How is that possible? So, yeah, and the cheese curls got monosodium glutamate in it too, yo. Natural and artificial colorings. And the sad thing is, what is the point of putting artificial coloring twice? See, this is the type of questions I like to ask myself. Like, it say artificial coloring, and then it say monosodium glutamate, natural and artificial flavors. Oh, see, that's the difference. It say flavors, and then the other one say artificial coloring. So if it's telling you there's an artificial flavor, that means that the flavor was enhanced. It's not right. Just from the rip. I mean, artificial flavor. It has no flavor, yo. So now you just eating stuff that people is just putting together. So, and then I had on this, man, just for all the healthy people, man, like myself, who may feel as though you need to go get you something healthy. I mean, I like healthy stuff. I like good stuff. Every now and then, I want to crave for some tomahawk stuff. Yo, let me go get me some. Trying to watch everybody, man, eat these Cheetos in their face, man. Tired of watching you eat the meat, man, the beef and the turkey and the steak, and I gotta settle for. Do I have to settle for plants and vegetables? Look, plants and fruit. The whole downtown while everybody else just feed their face with all of the good stuff. You get what I'm saying? Because all the good stuff. As a matter of fact, for you to eat holistic, it costs a whole lot more than a person that's eating like this. You know what I mean? Unnatural. Inorganic. I'm saying, truly though, it costs a lot more. So when I feel like I want to get something to eat that's out of my way of living, I go grab the good stuff. I'm just joking with y'all, right? But I grab the good stuff. You know what I mean? And when I look at the good stuff, this got corn syrup in it. High fructose corn syrup, all of that though, yo. Soybean and oil emulsifiers. So when the emulsifiers is just a buffer. It's to make it rise. It's to make it hold itself together, and all those things like that. So that's just what it is. Before what I would like to do for real is I would like to show y'all this stuff, man. This dog food, man, because I think that it's very, very, very prevalent.
Some people eat dog food.
Yeah, I know we eat dog food all the time. Unknowingly. That goes together, right? Suicide, unknowingly. You eating dog food unknowingly. Might as well walk on the ground. You should bark too while you at it. Might as well be a damn dog. Straight up.
We call myself dog. Some dog.
All the time, right? Oh, so I guess that makes me a dog. Should I bark? Yeah. This dog food got propylene glycol in it. These cakes actually got propylene glycol in it. Yeah, man, it's highlighted. Straight up. I'm gonna send it around. The dog food got propylene glycol in it. It got all the colorings in it and all that, like the little red 40 and all of those things. So they even trying to drive the animals crazy. Because if red 40 causes hypertension and all of those things, why would you even be giving it to the dogs? Is it so when I walk past, this dude can just not be in his rightful state? It just wanna just bite me because he done ate some red 40 in his food. So that's how that go though, but this is the dog food. Please don't smell it so hard because it's strong. Please don't smell it.
Isn't that glycol? Isn't that in antifreeze?
That's glycerin. The propylene glycol is actually a yeast and carbon. It's a flammable liquid produced by fermentation. You're right. It's an antifreeze. An antifreeze and a de-icer used as a solvent and a preservative. So they use this stuff on cars, man.
Yeah, they show you use that on cars.
This is what they're using on cars.
And they use it on food.
They're using this stuff on cars. Now, I know my body could be a vector, which makes my spirit, my soul or whatever, the carrier within this car. I may need to be tuned up. I may need to be tuned up by eating holistically and things of that nature to keep my car going. But I don't need antifreeze. I'm not physically a car. So why are you giving me antifreeze for? It's in here though. Check it out. I just showed. And it's also in the hair products. The facial cleanser. Right here. So all the sisters that's wanting to be beautiful, putting skincare, skin creams on your face and all of them things, thinking that it's going to...
I thought it was supposed to be just for bumps. To get bumps.
Yeah, but you got to realize what bumps come from. Bumps come from what you eat. So, yeah, I mean, the Nestle don't have no bumps on his face. My face shine like rock. Like I've been kissed by the sun. Just being real. I've been kissed by rock. That's why I'm talking to y'all now, because I've been kissed by rock. Okay. Yeah, though. But this is the skin cream. So all of the sisters want to be beautiful, who want their skin to be gorgeous. Stop grabbing the makeup and all that, first of all. Just eat healthy. You don't have to worry about that stuff. And you can see in this skin cream, I even got a highlighter for you, man. It's propylene glycol in here. It's all of that. Here you go. I wonder what it's doing to your face for real. I wonder what if it's not the food that's putting the bumps in your face, it might be the skin cream. I'm saying that might be, it's like a perm. How you put the perm in your hair, and once you put the perm in your hair, it does what? If you keep it in there too long, it takes your hair out. So just imagine using some skin cream that just sits on your face. You might come up with a light spot, and it took your melatonin, and it took the melanin away from your face. Like you got all them people now that's doing that right now, like Nicki Minaj and all of them bleaching their, this is real stuff. Wanting to be like the Tomahawk, bleaching their face. So you gotta think on a level like that. And these were just some pickles I had, and it also has the sodium benzoate in it. So I just was, yeah, the cheese, the Doritos should have yellow number 5.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, all of that stuff got yellow number 5. And this even some vegetable soup just as well that got the high fructose corn syrup and monosodium glutamate. And this is for a vegetarian. For a vegetarian. You want this, bro? You a vegetarian, right? Would you eat this? It got high fructose corn syrup in it, which actually comes from corn, by the way. They say that's kosher. Everything says kosher. I mean, give it up for the people that's creating the food, telling you that it's kosher, and the whole time it's not. What do you want me to say? This right here too, yo. This got propylene glycol in it. It's in the case. I mean, I'm not welling. It's in the case. They call it propylene glycol lignate and some on, propylene glycol metaesters and all of this stuff and stuff. So that's just what it is. So if you feel like you want to be free to go through it and eat some of it while it's going around, because that's just what it is. Be free. Eat up. What's wrong with that, man? I got to zoom through it now. I even got the cat food for you all. So when you're looking at the cat food, I got it highlighted. So look, the cat food, all of this stuff is in the food that you eat. Like for example, if I would really go to the store and look at the ingredients on a massive level, you would probably find a lot of stuff that the animals is getting that we getting. I told you they doing their George Washington Carver thing, yo. Like, that's what they doing. It's identity crisis. It's George Washington Carver. Straight up. They don't, you know what I mean? Take one thing and create numerous things from that one thing. So, yeah, so what we all should do is we should just all read food ingredients. You should start going to these stores and you should start questioning what you're eating. What I would do more or less when I first started in my journey of this was anything that had ingredients that had more than one thing to it, it killed it. It made that non-sufficient. It made it dead for me right off the rip. Because you can't even pronounce the stuff. You can't pronounce it. Why would you be eating it? That's just common sense, though. It don't take a genius to figure that out. It's like a person that can't read or something like that going to the school. I'm just saying, thinking you really getting educated. I think a person can tell you anything. And that's what they're doing to us. For example, when you look at the words, like I said, you look up the foods and all of them things, you see the compounds don't even go together. It don't go together. You can't, for example, drink milk and mix milk with salt, sugar, and all of these other things though. with a preservative that say something like, to preserve the taste. That's not proper mathematics. So it's not that, more so that we are playing the role of the food, because they only doing what they supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? We the ones have to tighten up. We gotta come into ourselves and know who we are on this being, and know our journey, and know our past.
So what do you recommend us to do?
First of all, I'll be back in 60 days, by the way, with the whole gimmick on that, because I'm studying that just as well right now. So first of all, what you should want to do though, bro, is start by reading your ingredients on the food. You know what I mean? That's what I would say off the rip. I mean, you gotta realize if you're an addict and you're addicted to something, you have to wean yourself off. You can't just say, well, I went to a Heru lecture. I saw all of this nasty, messed up stuff. Let me become a vegan. Let me become a vegan. You can't do that. So what you have to do is, for example, what I did was, I don't can tell you based on personal experience. You know what I mean? What I did was, I went from eating beef to like straight turkey. And that was just because I did an experiment. For example, I took the meat, both meat, beef and turkey, put it in some water. I put it on what you call the stove, and I looked at all of the floating stuff hanging down in the beef. It was dark. It was dark. The water was dark, and all you seen was just stuff floating all in it. You get what I'm saying? So when I looked at the turkey wasn't like that. It was a lot more clear. It was more transparent. Like I could see somewhat through it like that. But when I actually ate it, I could actually tell, you get what I'm saying, the richness of it. Because you gotta realize your body never had it. So based on us being melanated people, what our body do is it grabs the toxins and stuff like that. And it's just so hard to let it go. It's the same thing with any of the foods that we eating. So if you want to eat something new, your body's not used to it, so automatically it's going to do what? It's going to grab it. And you're going to feel it grab it. You're going to know, like, yo, I feel something slight different than what I felt one time before. So I say, well, let me just rock with the turkey. Like that. You just can't say, well, I stopped eating pork today. I just stopped eating the cat, the rat, and the dog. I just stopped eating the cat, the rat, and the dog. And then all of a sudden, you think you're going to be a vegan. So, anybody else have a question? Yeah, the man was asking a question the whole time. I was responding to that. Anybody have a question?
I wanted just to make a comment about how, listening to what you're saying, a lot of the foods, you know, you're talking about the physical damage that it does a lot spiritually to our spirit when we're consuming a lot of the...
Yeah, it really do. For example, if you gotta realize in this realm, I ain't trying to go over nobody's heads, but it's just what it is. In this realm, dealing with what you consider to be emotions and so forth like that, if you're dealing with something that's of rage, because you know what they say, you are what you eat, you get what I'm saying, and things of that nature, and the mannerism of this animal is domesticated or is very wild, it's doing certain things, I mean, it's an animal. So forth like that, the meat has, first of all, it was poison and there's toxins all in it from the jump, like that. So that's why you have like some of the Muslim brothers that say like they eat halal, and things is forth like that. Well, they pray over the animal, they do all of them things. So we don't do those things though. I'm just saying you don't ask the Creator, dear Creator, forgive me for having to eat this food and all of these things. So what you're doing is you're eating food of no vitality. Toxins, chemicals, like all of this stuff, it's toxins and it's chemicals. So what reaction do you think is going to simulate based on what you eating? So, and a lot of them chemicals for real just as well comes with hormone effects and so forth like that. So when you have a little child running around that's not sure of his masculinity, and things of that nature. It can come from the additives that they eat in the foods and stuff like that. All your behaviorism, mannerism, and all that comes based on the intellect of the DNA that's in the food. For example, if you eat a hybrid fruit that has no seed, but everything stems from the seed. All the intelligence is in the seed. It's like eating a sunflower seed, and I fall victim to eating sunflower seeds with no shell. But even with the shell, you get what I'm saying. It's more, the vitality is more stronger. The energy is more there than so it's not being in its complete place like that. So you run around, you say, well, I'm gonna eat grapes, and then you with no seeds, because it's easier to eat grapes with no seeds than with the seeds. But if you knew sense, yo, the ones with the seed come dead out in your bowel movement. You don't choke off of them, you don't do none of those things. But yet, you don't eat things that have the utility of intelligence coming from the photosynthesis coming from the sun. The energy is coming from the sun. So you can't produce nothing of intelligence. You get what I'm saying? So it has a lot to do with the way that we act as a people, the way that you eat. So.
So it's best to say that to just grow your food again.
Yeah. It really is. But also with growing your own foods, it's also about the seeds too, because a lot of the seeds is actually patented by Monsanto Corporation. The dude just went through the thing, well, the corporation just went through what you consider to be a lawsuit, where he was suing somebody else for producing seeds that came from the seed. So now it's all about claiming the earth. I mean, they've been claiming the earth forever. Still claiming the earth, even down to what? To the seeds. I even read, man, not getting off content, I even read for real, yo, just saying about genetically modified organisms of marijuana seeds. So then you can wonder why marijuana is becoming legal right now. Because they're controlling the growth of the marijuana. They're producing it. And it's all seedless too, you know what I mean? So you gotta think. Yeah, because it has no seed. It's clone, it's not real, it's a hybrid, you know what I'm saying? So it's best to grow your own, but then you gotta realize the soil too. So it's many, they do what they call irrigation. And that's part of like mutagenesis, as to where they send electrical magnetic waves through the ground and so forth like that, and you produce these hybrid fruits and vegetables. Some of them look like muscle men, some of them look like little babies. Some of them got 3 heads, 2 legs, 5 arms, things of that nature. Some of them is not as sweet as the original and things like that. So it's all been, yeah, try not to really, you know, my people don't put too many dollars in that. So anybody else got any questions?
Isn't the head of Monsanto going to be the new head of the FDA?
Yep.
See, now, if you look it up, if you also look it up on the internet, they already, it's people like Margaret Miller, Dan Wycliffe, and all of them. It's like mad people. Like I told you, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Donald Rumsfeld. Yo, if I would have had my PowerPoint, yo, I had a whole list, and it tells you, it say the list rolls on and on and on. It was so many names. And Margaret Miller, for example, she was with the FDA. But she was also working under Monsanto Corporation, just as well as Donald Rumsfeld, Hillary Clinton, all of them people. So it's a whole list of people that has been doing what? Working with those people. So that's how it's so easy for them to produce and do certain things that they want to do. Like I said, I had a clip with the brother, I can't even call him my brother. With also the Tomahawk Herbert Walker Bush. Herbert Walker Bush. So and they show you the clip where he's actually amongst them as they're growing the stuff, and they telling him where the stuff has been made and all that. Like I told you, what they call substantial equivalence. Substantial equivalence is how they pass these so-called genetically modified organisms into the supermarkets like Walmart, Farm Fresh, and all of that. And it's all based on what you consider to be grass. Like all this stuff I sold y'all now is grass. Generally recognized as safe. I'm being like, this is no joke. Like, general recognized as safe. But when you look it up, it tells you something totally different. It comes with effects. It comes with all of those things. But it tells you general recognized as safe. But what I'm saying is the substantial equivalence is how they keep the foods from being labeled. Genetically modified or not. Like that. So and it's all based on the texture, the flavor, and the nutrients of that substance. And they only did that so it could be recognized, generally recognized as safe, so they don't have to go through all the studies and all of that. But proper mathematics will tell you if you're saying that something could come out of me and have the same genetic genotype, the same genetics, I'm saying not be weaker, not be recessive or dominant, because if it came from me, it can't be dominant. You know what I mean? It's like talking about the so-called human family. If all these other shades of people come from you, they cannot be stronger mentally or physically or emotionally than what we are. Because we was the construction or the creator of it. So you can never be stronger, brighter, or any of those things than your creator. So how could you say it's equivalent?